Hello, intermediate ranks from green and blue belts. How's it going? How's your day? Hopefully it's going incredibly, because I know mine is. Face me, Tyrion, Kunye, Addy's position. So today I was having a bit of a conundrum on what we were going to do for class, because I'm not sure exactly who's watching these videos right now. If it's people who come to the studio, there's some things that I would really like to do with them. Something that they can work on even more at home. But if it's people that only train online, then there's a couple of curriculum pieces that I've not touched yet that I would like to go over. So, if you watch these videos, you're seeing this video right now, please send me an email, nick@kickstress.com, to let me know that you're watching. And that way I can help better get a handle on the curriculum for you today. So, with that being said, I do have a plan today for what we're going to do. We're going to be working on some falls. We're going to be working on our side falls quite extensively, and then we're going to talk about a defensive get-up. This is not something I've done on my YouTube video yet, so I thought we should do this, but the people in the studio have worked on this quite extensively. So again, let me know who's watching this video right now. With all that being said, let's get started. To get started, we're going to work on our simple back fall. Now, if you remember, if you were here for white and orange belts, you've done this before. If you haven't, you sit down on your heels, you roll backwards like an egg, and then you sit back up. So, do a back ball for me. Alright? I would assume you landed properly. If you're on hardwood floor, feel free to start sitting. So you just don't practice. A good question to ask yourself is why? Right? So if you slipped on ice, hopefully you're safe and you're good to go, and you can stand up in a lot of different ways, but as long as you stay safe, that's fine, and you have the time to do it. However, if somebody has pushed you over, this becomes a lot more complicated. So first, how you stand up, whether it's on ice or a slippery surface, or if somebody pushed you, is the same. However, there's some steps in between that will differ. So if you fall on ice, you don't have to do this, but if somebody's pushed you over, first thing you gotta do is distance management. They're gonna be right in front of you right now, and if you don't do something, they're gonna come around your legs and hit you. And this is a very scary position to be in, because I can't really do anything if they're above my head here. I always need my legs in front of me to help protect myself. So after I fall, I'm going to cover my head just in case they're a little bit faster than I am, and I'm going to plant one foot and kick. Notice when I plant this foot, I got a lot of different kicks at my disposal. An axe kick, a front kick to the jaw. You got a lot of different things. Now a lot of times I see this side kick. Understand that for a side kick, it's good for keeping distance, to keep your foot between you and your target. If they know what they're doing, they're just going to toss that foot around them. Also, understand that you're not going to get a very powerful strike on a side kick. It's not going to hurt. But a front kick or an axe kick can definitely do some damage. So that's why I always choose a front kick or axe kick, because if you do just want to put your foot in front of them and stop them, you still can. But then also, you can also hit them quite hard. So I'm here, I go, kick. Try it out. Kick. More time. Kick. From this point, I need to start to stand up. To stand up, I never want to go here, because if they're standing in front of me, they're just going to kick me. So I want to stand up away. So I'm going to prop up on one hand, do maybe one more kick, and then put my hands up. Plant my kicking foot, lift my hip up, and sneak through. So let's do that again. My hands to the side, my foot is planted. I lift my hip up. I can still kick with this leg, right, to keep them at bay. And I'm going to slide my hip through, and I'm going to put it wide. From here, I'm going to extend my legs up while shuffling away. That way I can get distance. If you get up in time and they're not super close, you can put your hands up and start defending yourself. Let's do that whole thing a little bit faster. Ready? Go. Plant. Bam. Bam. Kick. Side kick if you need to. Hands up. Plant foot. Slide through. Hands up. Shuffle. All right, one more time, full speed. Ready, go. There we go. So that's our defensive get up, and that's our back fall. I didn't emphasize back fall too much, as at this point you guys should probably already know it. Now let's talk about our side fall. Now there's two different side falls you can do. You got one where you're going facing forward and then turning to the side and falling, and one where you just go to your side. Either one works, and it depends on how you're same technique. You can use different bread, you can use different meat, but at the end of the day, it's still a sandwich. So, I'm going to teach this one going here and then falling. Well, sorry, we're going to teach it standing forward and going to the side. But if you wanted to do it going backwards here, you very much could. Again, same thing, different way of teaching. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take one of our foot, we'll say our left foot for now, and put it behind. Now remember, on our back ball, an important part is that egg shape, that rocking chair, the baby rolls. It's important that we don't just collapse the ground, belly flop, or it's going to hurt. So as my legs are crossed, as I'm falling, I'm going to brace myself with my knee. As I do that, I'm going to roll over it and come up. This is our rocking shape. So if I do it this way, whoop, there. Turn sideways, practice that roll. Knee here, other knee up, roll. Whoop. 1, 2, 3. Now, if your other shoulder's coming down, it's not going to work. You need to keep the shoulder up. I teach a lot of kids to do this by holding onto their pant leg or ankle as they come around. Because if I'm holding onto my ankle and I start to fall, it forces me to roll, so I know I'm doing it wrong. Also, it does help you keep in one spot. All right, so stand up. Do that motion again. 1, collapse on your knee, rock. Now you saw me do something naturally there, which was slap the ground. If I don't slap the ground, I'm not breaking my fall, and I'm going to continue to roll. So I'm going to slap the ground here, and I'm going to put my hand up. Do it a couple times. 1, 2. Now as I do this, my hand's by my belt, not up here, because I'm going to dislocate my shoulder that way. Stand up. I'm here. Foot behind. Ball, land. At this point, my opponent pushed me from this way. If I'm on ice, I just need to plate my hands, tuck my foot through. If somebody pushed me, I'm going to do my kicks, my punches, shoot, up. We're not going to go through that again, but do your defensive or regular get-ups from there. Standing up in base is also another way it's called. All right, now let's try our right foot. Our right foot. Foot behind, collapse onto your knee, whoop, and up and down. Stand up in base, back up. So, if you had trouble with that, I would like you to pause the video right now. Sit down on the ground, practice your H-shape roll. Then, go through the slap, then start from standing, go through it a couple more times. Once you're done with that, unpause the video and come back to this moment. We're going to do it 3 more times full speed. Are you ready? Go. Tuck, drop, slap. 1. Stand up in base, back up, here. Ready, go. 2. Stand up in base, hands to the side, feet wide, lift with your legs. Then we're going to do this last one going backwards, meaning I'm going to do the same thing here, except I'm going to fall to the side, going in the back direction. Ready, go. Face me, Chariot, Kunye. Great job today, guys. Hopefully that felt natural. If it didn't, keep practicing it. Falls are going to feel a little bit weird for a good portion of your training, at least for the first section of it. Because we're so used to falling down and stopping ourselves with our hands. We have taught ourselves the wrong way for 10 years. Maybe 20 years, maybe 50 years. I'm not sure how old you are. So whatever way you were falling before, you've been doing it since you were 3, right? So it's going to take more than one class to break that habit, but the more you practice, the more likely it is that when you do fall in real life, you'll fall in the proper fashion. Otherwise than that, please me, Chariot, Kunye. Air high 5, you are free to go.